Today, from Hard Rock Stadium in Miami, Florida, it's Week 14 of the NFL on EA Sports.
Of the NFL season are complete. What lurks in our final month? We're underway in Week 14. And the opening kickoff will not be returned, as that will be a touchback. So here come the Dolphins now as they get set to take over on offense. And they will be led out by their signal caller in his second year of the NFL now.
Would you say that last week's performance by him, workmanlike in terms of numbers?
One touchdown, one pick, but obviously a loss.
Yeah, that's the bottom line for him. All he cares about is how do we find a way to win the game. Maybe leans on a few other parts of the offense, and hopefully springs a receiver or two free.
On the ground, this is Devon Achane. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. You look at this Niner defense against the pass, just numbers that they haven't liked. Number 30 in the league right now.
And it's really difficult to prepare for this team. This is the #1 overall passing team in the NFL. But it shouldn't be hard to get excited about playing against them. The ultimate test going against that unit.
And that's why you and I are excited. Oh, his first throw of the game going to be intercepted. Picked off by Fred Warner. And he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line.
And part of why they came to this week with a winning record is that they feed off of mistakes like this. And now it's a prime opportunity. Just moments in the game to get a short field touchdown off of their big defensive play. Now, on the other side, they were already the underdog in this one. They just made their uphill battle just a little bit tougher.
First carry for Christian McCaffrey. Knifes his way forward here, but just 3 yards on the play. Second down. Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. A nice pickup of 14, and it moves the stick, sets up a 1st and goal.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
They'll try to run with McCaffrey. And that'll move him a little closer as he takes it from the 7 down to the 4-yard line. 2nd and goal from inside the 5. Now Hurts going to shift him around a bit. 2nd down and goal. Hurts. That's complete. Left side to Worthy. Touchdown 49ers. Xavier Worthy. His 21st touchdown of the season. And the 49ers take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown. Moody good with the extra point. And that makes the score 7-0. So after the made field goal by Moody, he's back out to kick this one away. And he'll wisely just take a knee here, and this ball will come out to the 30-yard line. So Miami coming out for their second drive. And the interception on that opening drive winds up leading to the touchdown, so now it's kind of time to start over.
Yeah, it certainly is, and his first throw of the game. But I like the way his guys rallied around him. Oftentimes, the quarterback is the leader, right? He tells everyone what to do. In this case, I noticed his linemen around him kind of patting him, saying, "Let's go, big boy. You're still our leader."
A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick 1st down.
A good run there off right tackle in an old school NFL football. The right side, the offensive line, often known as the nasty side. The left side, usually the technical side. It reminds me of the old Atlanta Falcons 2009, 2010. That's how they constructed their offensive line.
There to stop him on the defensive side, Fred Warner. You look at this Niner defense against the pass, just numbers that they haven't liked. Number 30 in the league right now.
Take those rankings, throw them right out the window, because this is what you prepare for. This is what you practice for. This is what you think about. The ultimate test, taking on the #1 overall offense in the league.
Now a nice throw here, right side. He hauls it in. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. That one covers 29 yards. First down. Now they'll audible to something else. Now Achane on 1st and 10. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Well, this defense for the Niners very strong in that victory a week ago.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. But I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is to tackle, especially open field. Very few missed tackles on tape that I saw last game. This team does a nice job of getting their opponents on the ground.
4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks, allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
And this is going to be incomplete.
I can assure you, setting up a screen is much more difficult than it appears. It requires excellent timing from everyone on the offense, and a defense's #1 goal is to throw that timing off.
Seibert able to knock this one through. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's #1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
The 49er offense, they're coming back out onto the field, and we're going to give you a look at the playoff picture now into the weekend in the NFC. A CD after this game, there will be 4 weeks left in the regular season. So this is far from the final version of what we'll see come January, more of a first draft, if you will, as all these teams fight for a better position.
And you pointed it out so accurately there, Brandon. After this game, 4 weeks left in the regular season, and then the playoffs officially begin. But for some teams, trying to fight to make it to the playoffs, they're actually in a playoff push right now.
First down yardage on the first play of the drive, 14 yards. Solid catch there for a man who's been so brilliant this year. Worth pointing out, as we were talking about earlier, there has never in the 60-year history of the award been a pass catcher, tight end or wide receiver that has taken home the MVP trophy.
And the best receivers I've talked with, they know that stat, and it drives them crazy because they understand that without a quarterback, they don't make the plays that they make. They also don't feel like they get enough credit for bailing out some of the throws that quarterbacks make.
Absolutely. Takes 2 to tango. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. They'll try the middle with Garindo. And a solid run here as he'll pick his way down to the 42-yard line. First down, San Francisco. The pickup, 14 yards. Seemed like a couple sets of eyes were on the quarterback, so he decided, hey, I'm going to hand this off. Got a good gain out of it.
And you know you need good blocking up front in order to gain yardage, but every one of these RPOs, if you do it right and they look the same, whether it's handed off inside or the quarterback keeps it, that allows you to fool the defense so often. And in this case, fooled them with the inside run.
So the completion good for 7 there, and it's 2nd down. McCaffrey running up the middle. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. A gain of 10 and a 49er first down. to the ground on first. It's McCaffrey. And he'll get about 5 here as he'll take this down inside the 20-yard line. 2nd and 5. They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. And just a couple yards there down to the 17.
Brandon, we talk all the time about those hybrid players, guys who could do more than one thing. And I think if you're playing strong safety in the NFL today, you are a true hybrid. Part linebacker, part cover guy.
And coming up, sticking his nose in the mess there and making a nice play defensively. Throwing is Hurts. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And the Niners are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
And in a lot of ways, that catch is expected. Red zone presence, and that one was realized there. You've got to find your tight end in that situation.
They'll bring a receiver in motion left. Hurts with a little pop pass on the jet sweep. And they will score. It's a 49er touchdown. A great effort there. Hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the 49ers add 6 to their lead. Just a great individual effort there to take that pop pass and scamper off into the end zone.
And that's why offenses love that play, partner, because that gives them a chance to get the ball in the hands of their playmakers with a full head of steam behind them. It's often like a track relay. Legs 2, 3, and 4. That first guy steaming ahead, and he just hands it to you, and you get a chance to take off and go before you even get the baton.
So here's Moody back out there now to send this one away. And the returner down to a knee, and this will come out to the 30-yard line. Miami set to take over. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. Just, I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. They'll swing this, and I think the ball's out, but this will fortunately wind up out of bounds. Offensively, they're just not playing a very clean football game right now. This deficit, there's a fumble. Good news for them, at least. That went out of bounds.
You're exactly right, and as they breathe a sigh of relief, you know they're looking at the scoreboard, thinking to themselves, if we turn it over there, things could really get rough for us trying to make a comeback in this game.
Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Isaiah Simmons picking it off.
And that's what we've seen from this defense all year long, because they've been so good at finding ways to take the football away. And they just gave us another example right here. A strong defense, that's something you're going to need to rely on come playoff time. And this crew has got one. There's no doubt about that, Brandon.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Waddle, the motion man right. On 1st and 10, it's Hurts. This one complete to Jalen Waddle. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. The catch and run, good for 24 yards. Those are the kinds of plays right there that show you why he's the number 3 man in the NFL in terms of receiving yards.
Also tells you there's a full combination of what he's got going in his game. You name it, from route running to catching the football. That's why he's able to produce those types of numbers.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Here's Guerrero on 1st down. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice steady gain.
Again, it's Guerrero. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Isaac Guerrero with his 6th rushing touchdown on the year, as his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further. Moody good with the extra point. And the lead is up to 18 now. Scoring summary, 3-play drive. And in the end, it's capped off by a 7-yard run. So following the touchdown, here's Moody back out to send it away. And no thought of bringing this one out. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll begin the drive at the 30. Things, unfortunately, continuing to implode here. The interception he threw on the previous drive, of course, led to the touchdown. And that deficit widening a little bit further. 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And down he goes. The 49ers get there. That one will set him back nearly 10 yards here on 1st down of the second.
Three scores down, not even a halftime yet. They are not getting much generated offensively. They've got to figure it out.
It's tough because this defense just seems to be playing with so much confidence right now.
They really are. They are on their toes, and they're getting at them.
On 2nd down, a run by Achane. And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds. He was able to pick up 6 yards there, so that leaves him with a 3rd and 13.
I really like the vision he displayed on that play because he saw there wasn't a lane to completely break off a huge gain. So he found where there was the most space and got what he could. A nice dirty run that's a positive play for the offense.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And going deep for Hill. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there's not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
We'll call that a 49-yard punt, but a net of just 39 following the 10-yard return. And the Niners will go on offense, 1st and 10. And the confidence from last week carrying over to this week.
2 weeks in a row. And I have to admit, last week, I thought they were going to really struggle running the football. I thought that they had a real challenge on their hands, and they more than met it and created big-time openings that he just absolutely hurdled through. And they figured, why not? Let's carry it forward this week. Again, the same thing. All the blocking schemes are there. I think they've really done a great job. That B gap between the guard and the tackle has been there all game for them, and they continue to exploit it.
And he's just going downhill.
Not only downhill, but with incredible force. Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. But linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
Hurts throw going into the hands of Williams. Down the sideline he goes. Touchdown, 49ers. Jamison Williams, 63 yards. And the Niners are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Moody good with the extra point. And a rout is on here in this first half. Pretty clean and Simple there, just 2 plays. The long pass resulting in the touchdown on play number 2. So after the made field goal by Moody, he's back out to kick this one away. And he'll wisely just take a knee here. This ball will come out to the 30-yard line. The Dolphins offense now heads back on the field. They'll throw on first down with Hurts. Going to throw right side here, complete. Down the right sideline, touchdown. A big play there with touchdown number 2 in the game and now 11 on the year. And the Niners continue to pull away here in this first half. Moody good with the extra point. And the route is on here in this first half. One of the shortest drives you'll ever. See, 1 play, 75 yards, 6 points. So here's Moody back out there now to send this one away. And the returner down to a knee, and this will come out to the 30-yard line. On first down, Hurts. He's going to take a shot right away for the end zone. Now a battle for the football. It's caught. It's a touchdown. Jalen Waddle, 33 yards. And the Niners have got it on cruise control. Moody good with the extra point. And the route is on here in this first half. Those are the kind of drives they like on offense, from the coordinator to the quarterback, the line, everybody. 1 play drive and into the end zone for 6. So following the touchdown, here's Moody back out to send it away. And no thought of bringing this one out. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll begin the drive at the 30. Out comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set. They start on the ground with McCaffrey. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34.
First play of the drive. Let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. Up the gut, McCaffrey. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down. On first down, this is McCaffrey. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 65 yards rushing for him so far in this one as he nears 1,400 for the year.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 46. Hurts. That one completes him again. And that's good for a gain of 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see
that one out wide and intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Ramsey. And the Dolphins will take over here as they get it up to the 43-yard line. So the interception there. And, Charles, I'd imagine that's something you can... They'll send a receiver in motion to the left. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. They'll find Williams on the slant. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the 2nd quarter. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Hurts with a little pop pass on the jet sweep. Now San Francisco going to call their 2nd timeout. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Second down and 6 now. Williams being motioned left. Hurts sets up to throw it. That's going to be caught. Touchdown 49ers. A great play there as the first half is winding down. And the 49ers will extend their lead here just before halftime. Moody good with the extra point. And the route is on here in this first half. The drive there only spanning 3 plays. And it's polished off by a touchdown for San Francisco. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. And the Dolphins with one. Starting the second half with a run by McCaffrey. And not a lot of daylight, not really any daylight inside as he's going to be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. Brings up 2nd down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
They go play action with Hurts. That is caught downfield. It's Worthy. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. That one good for 37 yards.
Despite writing it down on my notes, I never give enough credit to the offensive line, and we have to here. The protection, that's what made this play a success.
Quarterback had to wait for his crossing route to develop, and that takes a little bit of extra time. Excellent job by the big fellas up front.
And he'll be brought down just outside of the 30. 72 yards for him on the ground now, as he has been terrific here this afternoon. And he'll go down at the 28. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
Well, partner, I haven't seen a vote for most popular player on the team. This guy's got to get a lot of votes. He does not care, does he? Totally unselfish, physical runner, doesn't worry about yardage, just keeps moving the chains, being a team player.
Let's go. Trimmer. On Silver, ready?
Here's Hurts to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. The Niners passing game in sync now. They've got another first down. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
And they'll get him down right around the 16. A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
Hand off here, Guerrero. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. It'll be a gain of 5, but still about 3 yards shy of the first down marker, and now it's third down. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. On third and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. That's into the hands of Worthy. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains.
I don't care how many times we say it, I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices.
And he'll take this into the end zone for a San Francisco touchdown. Tip Ryman, a 5-yard touchdown run. And the 49ers take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Moody good with the extra point, and the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. So after the made field goal by Moody, he's back out to kick this one away. And he'll wisely just take a knee here, and this ball will come out to the 30-yard line. The drive begins with a run by McCaffrey. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. They'll give it up to McCaffrey. And they'll stop him after a gain of a couple to the 33.
But that's all about doing the dirty work right there defensively. 2nd and short yardage, that's all about plugging those gaps, not giving a running back a crease to run through, and has a nice job to hold him just a couple and force the third down.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here.
Trap 60.
Out of the gun now on third down. He's got his target. That's complete. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Umpire threw the flag, usually always indicates holding, and that's what we've got.
And you know, depending on their positioning, where you are on the field, the umpire's got different responsibilities, but always, always making sure no one's holding.
So following the holding call, what can they do here on 3rd and long?
60 Maverick.
They'll bring a receiver in motion left. On third down, he'll drop to throw. A fight for the football, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Ramsey. And they'll start with great field position. At the 41-yard line. Well, with the size of lead. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And this will leave them a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. From the 34-yard line, here's second down and 1. From the shotgun to McCaffrey. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down. Shotgun handoff down to McCaffrey. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. 107 yards rushing now for the NFL. Leader coming into this ball game. A first carry for Elijah Mitchell. And he'll be taken down after a minimal pickup, and that will take us to the end of quarter number 3. We have played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. From the 47 now, they work with a 2nd and 7. From the gun, a give to Mitchell. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. 7 yards there and a first down. Hate to be blunt, but it is just continuing to prove to be the case that this O-line is manhandling this D-line right now.
They deserve to roll up their sleeves and show up their biceps because they're doing exactly what you just described, manhandling the defensive front. They've got the leverage, they're powering through, and they're controlling this game.
Well, partner, this offense 12-0 now on the year following their latest victory. And during the week, a lot of folks making comparisons between this squad and the 1985 Bears. You know, they too were 12-0 at this juncture of the season before losing on a Monday night 38-24 to the Dolphins at the Orange Bowl way back on December 2nd of '85. But then they'd never lose again en route to winning Super Bowl 20.
And when you look back on it, partner, didn't it almost feel like a setup game? Because they were playing the Dolphins, and the Dolphins were protecting their franchise's undefeated season of 1972, that team. And you know what that team does. They love to celebrate the fact that they still are the only one to get through an entire NFL season that way. That was Dan Marino's 3rd year, playing under the great Don Shula, and they were motivated to keep that franchise's record intact.
All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. They'll send a receiver in motion left. Hurts with a little pop pass on the jet sweep.
That's a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on him before he could get much out of it.
2nd and 9. And they'll send Williams in motion right. On 2nd down, Brooks. It's a 4-yard pickup there, and it leaves them with 3rd and 5.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
63, 63, 63.
The offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted. Delay of game penalty. Ships them back 5 yards. Makes it 3rd and 10. Play action. Here's Hurts. That is caught. And he'll be touchdown here, but not before he does pick up the first. .21 yards there on 3rd down.
There's a beautiful throw there, and he's been sensational the entire game, moving it around, spreading it, hitting the right guys. And look, under normal situations, partner, I would expect him to come out of the game now. They've got it in hand. But you and I have been around this league a long time, and every time we ask head coaches about it, hey, why don't you take your quarterback out when the game's in hand? They just kind of give us that look like that's what he's paid to do. So it's a very unusual situation. I'd want him out. They tend to leave him in.
2nd and goal from the 1. And they'll let the fullback try and take him home. And across the chalk into the end zone, it's a 49er touchdown. Tip Ryman with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Niners add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. So here's Moody back out there now to send this one away. And the returner down to a knee, and this will come out to the 30-yard line. The Dolphins offense now ready to go back out onto the field. And now a first chance for the backup here to throw. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup.
They have been unstoppable this afternoon, Charles. They just went after them from the start, and pass plays like we just saw, they're continuing their dominance here despite the big lead in the 4th quarter.
And that they have in every way. And plays like that across all phases of the game, they've just been effortless for them in this one. And that's what's helped them build such a large lead and allowed them to smile as this game continues.
From just across the midfield stripe, here's 2nd down and 7. They'll stay on the ground with Brooks. And a strong run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 35. First down San Francisco, the pickup 14 yards.
Another example of this offense really having their way, Charles, and another big chunk play there on the ground.
And when you look at the defense, they've got to do a much better job of wrapping up when they tackle. A lot of great opportunities continue to slip through their fingers, as do the runners.
And he'll follow his blockers there all the way down to the 23-yard line.
Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Throwing right, and that's complete. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
Well, there's absolutely been no stopping this offense today. They already have the big lead, obviously. Here in the fourth quarter, they could coast to the end, but right now they're not passing up any chances to put up some garbage time yardage.
And, partner, why would they? Because
touchdown! Jalen Waddle, his second touchdown of the afternoon.
And the 49ers are on their way to a sensational 13-0 start as they extend their lead here. Moody good with the extra point.
And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead.
So following the touchdown, here's Moody back out to send it away. And no thought of bringing this one out. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll begin the drive at the 30.
Tyreek Hill making his way back out towards the huddle. Seems like the measuring stick for a receiver for a great game is 100 yards. Well,
not liking the look. They'll change the play. Here's Mitchell now to kick off the drive.
And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this one, huh? Everything clicking for them in this contest, the kind of performance that they're going to cherish.
So for the Niners, the streak lives as they move to 13-0 now on the year. And they'll have another road date next week with the Kansas City Chiefs. Meanwhile, for the Dolphins, any slim hopes they had at a playoff berth gone now as they drop to 4-9. And they'll try to get back to their winning ways next week as they head to Lambeau to take on the Packers. So that's a wrap. For Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. And with that, we sign off from Miami.